What's up guys, JR Raymond back again, coming to you from BowlerX Pro Shop and Training Center here inside Waterford Lanes, where today we're going to talk to you about that new Motiv ball, the Pride. Now everybody's talking about how this is a benchmark piece, even though it's an asymmetric ball. All of them that I've seen gone on the lane so far have looked very smooth, very predictable. They haven't done anything crazy. So we are going to put our standard layout on it. I haven't even drilled it yet. You can probably see it behind me. It's on the shelf or on the table, getting ready to put some holes in it. So we're going to go drill that real quick. We're going to put that standard layout that I always use, 45 by 4.5 by 45 on this thing. See if we can't, put it in our bag, see if it'll be good enough to be that benchmark for us. So we're gonna take it out here as soon as I'm done on a 42-foot league pattern, and we're gonna take a look and see what she's got. Stay tuned.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.
All right, here we go. So we got the Pride here, and we did exactly like I said. We went 45 by 4.5 by 45. Puts that pin pretty much directly above my bridge, about half an inch above my bridge. Kicks the CG out. Mass bias ends up being about 2 or 3 inches to the right of my thumb. And what we're looking for is we're looking for good, strong, continuous arc. I don't want snap. I don't want this thing to go crazy. I don't want it to hook early. I don't want it to hook too late. I want it to hook just past the arrows, and I want it to continue off of that the entire way. The true tell will be playing straight. If I play straight here at 8, 9, 10, and this ball overhooks through the face, that is a good sign, because it should read and continue to read and just keep going. Just like that. That should cross over, because now I wish I had my strike seeker going, but it's not working right now. If I had that, you would be able to see the arc of that ball. So even though it was thrown basically right in the dry like all the other ones, it at least arced, and it made a correct shape. So I don't expect this ball to hit the pocket until I get to about maybe 16, 17. So we're gonna move 5 left. This will be right around that 13, 14 range. Still rolling it. Let's see what it does. Oh, just kidding. That actually got through there nicely. It's still the arc. So I thought that would actually still overhook from there, because it is pretty strong. But it didn't. It got down there and it shaped really good. Now, there's a lot of hype about this ball. A lot of people really like this thing. Always looking for that next Venom Shock or next IQ Tour. Will we have it here? Not sure. We're gonna go 3 more left. Now this is gonna be that 15, 16 range. So that showed the strength. That's where I thought we would have finally hit the pocket. But that one read the middle and it kept going. So, which is pretty typical in this place. That seems to be what happens with all bowling balls. That little spot is where the extra hook is. For some reason, that's where everybody plays. So that part of the lane is always beat up. Now we'll go 2 more left. See if we can't get it to 17, 18. Now that one really picked up in the middle of the lane, like really strong. That was unexpected. I wasn't expecting to see that much strength out of it in that part of the lane, because that was just a couple board move left. So we're gonna have to make the whole zone. We'll go 5 more left here and see if it gets through there. But overall, the shape is exactly what we want. the strong overall archy motion, not a snap. Stay rolly with my hand. Just like that. See, there's a strong arc. Doesn't do anything nuts. So from there, I can get my hand around it. Hopefully I should be able to throw it in the same spot, get it to go through the pins. Because by getting my hand around it, just increases the rotation, which means it's gonna react a little bit stronger off of the dry when it starts to read. So it should be stronger going through the pins. So let's try. Now I'll rotate my hand around the side just a little bit. And it does exactly what it's supposed to do. So for those of you that watch my reviews and stuff, that's a good tip for you. That's, you know, really got to pay attention to what your hand is doing. If you rotate around the side of it, it's going to read the friction a little stronger. Rotate up the back, and it's going to be a little bit straighter, a little bit cleaner, more predictable. So now we're around it, so let's go 5 more left. We'll get to that 20, 21 area. Oh, we're misright. But the benchmark blends the dry, didn't overreact, didn't underreact, and it still gets back to strike, so that's good. That's exactly what we want. So this ball is definitely, in my opinion, better than that Enzo. I think the Enzo has its spot. It's cleaner. Probably overall actually stronger, but shape-wise, this one makes a more predictable, much stronger shape in the back part of the lane. See, I know people are gonna be like, well, you just said it's smooth off the back. It is, but you still see strength. You still see it pick up and really get going. It's not that flip. It's not a hockey stick type motion, although right there you see a stone 9. That is, that's usually the sign of a ball that's a little too strong down lane. But this one is just because it picked up the middle of the lane, it started to hook, and it just drove right through it. So I'll get up against the ball return now. I think this ball is going to surprise me because I thought it wouldn't be very good a little bit further left because of how much of a benchmark type shape it is. But we'll see. Oh, that's slow. But it blended it perfect. Yeah, that was not exactly what I wanted as far as where I wanted to throw it and all that, but it definitely did the right thing, that's for sure. So that was pretty cool. This one's got me intrigued for sure. I think before this, the top throw was kind of my favorite of the latest reviews from Motiv. See, that's what you want. It's just it gets to the dry, you watch it really make its motion, and it just continues going left. It doesn't make a hook stop. It doesn't try to hook and then kind of wiggle a little bit and go an extra couple of feet. It starts to make its motion and it continues its motion. I'll get in front of the ball return now. I think it's going to do just fine in front of here because it looks really good from in here. Oh boy, I don't know if that's going to hook. Oh, it did. Wow, what was that? Somehow that kicked the head pin off the wall way in front of the 10. That was weird. That was a weird messenger there that missed. A missed messenger. I think this ball is going to make my bag for this weekend though. We're bowling the doubles regional on a long pattern. Just won the regional last weekend on a longer pattern. Now we get to bowl a doubles tournament on a longer pattern, so that's nice. And this ball is showing its strength, so it's definitely going to make the bag. What's that going to do? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, this will probably be the first ball out of my bag for a longer pattern because it gives me that blended type motion. where this past weekend I needed the cleaner, stronger down lane motion, so I used a Dark Code Zen and an RSTX2. But this one is going to allow me to probably play those longer patterns a little straighter. So let me see if I can back my hand out of it and throw it at that 13, 14 range up the lane and see what it does. Roll it. Oh, short pin. That was not a legal pin. But you can see how blended, smooth, archy, great mid-lane reaction this ball has. So now let's show you that Supra Enzo from inside. Same type of spot where you saw it, where you saw that Pride get there. Didn't quite get the corner out. Let's see if the Enzo does. See how much longer that one waits before it actually tries to react? That's the difference. See, so the Pride at least gets there. The Enzo was a little bit longer. Now technically, if we throw the ripcord velocity, it should be even longer yet, but it's a little bit stronger down lane motion. So the ripcord should, from that same spot, get through the pins, or at least get to the pocket. Let's find out. That ought to do it. It gets there and it strikes, but again, you can see how much later those last two balls were compared to this Pride. Let me throw that Pride one more time in there for you. I like the label on this too, the lion. That is really cool. Really cool label for this ball. Not sure I like the orange color, but I love the label. So I hope they make like a Pride Pearl or something, and they do something with a bright color, something different, or like a green and black or something. All right, so here's that Pride again in that same area. See, so that kind of looked real similar to the ripcord, but it read earlier. It read earlier and overall stronger and smoother. So that's kind of cool. There you go. So there's that Pride by Motiv, and it's pretty much exactly like I expected. Very, very benchmark type shape, super strong in the middle of the lane, and just continues off of it. Now, when I'm talking about continuing off of it, I mean it starts to hook and it continues to hook all the way through the back part of the pattern. And it's always a rounded, archy shape. Those are the best types of benchmarks in my opinion. Some of the other ones that are a little bit less predictable, maybe used in different types of situations, are when they start to hook and they kind of hook and stop, or they start to hook and they give you that hockey stick type of shape rather than that rounded arc continuation. So this is going to fit in my bag for this weekend on a longer pattern. Probably be one of the first balls out of my bag, because then I can go to something like a ripcord a little bit later, maybe even for the Storm fans, the RSTX2, my Zen and my Dark Code, stuff like that, that is really good in that middle part of the lane. That was really successful on the longer patterns last weekend for me. Definitely going to make it there. So if you want one of these, make sure to hit that link in the description. Go to BowlerX.com or come up here to Waterford Lanes here at BowlerX Pro Shop and Training Center, and I'll get one for you as well. I'm not sure when the release date is on this. You'll be able to go see that over at BowlerX.com. It'll tell you. Do pre-orders and stuff for that right now. But until next time, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. Take care.